What are you doing in here, little girl? I think you are lost. This is no place for you. I did not send for you. You're what those humans have sent me. Adorable. Do you even know about the deal that was struck? Why you're here? They just told you that you were to come work for me. Do you even know what I am? Why you had to come in the night? You don't know much of anything, do you? Well, you'll just have to do. Come along, little girl. Follow and pay attention. I'm not going out of my way to find you if you get lost. Come. Yes, castles usually are big. I own it. Every brick, every stone, every shadow is mine. And that includes you now as well, I suppose. I own everything that resides within these walls. Tend to the fire if you're cold, and sit if you like. In that chair. The other is mine. You're not to use it. Understood? Good. Well, you're obedient at least. You are a frail little thing, aren't you? You're built like a bird, but still insisting on standing. They really were trying their luck sending you. You really know nothing about me? No, madam. Well, polite too. It's not all bad, I suppose. Do you want to know the story? I came to an agreement with some important men, or at least men who think they're important. Those are two very different things. They're rather afraid of me, up here in my home. They think I'm going to swoop down and slaughter every one of them. And they kept bothering me, sending messengers and envoys trying to placate me when I never had any intention to attack any of you in the first place. It's really very sweet they thought they were worth my time. So to shut them up about this pending attack that they invented in their own minds, I struck a deal. Give me a servant that is mine, and I'll leave the rest of you alone. I already have plenty of servants, but I could always use another, and if it shut them up in the process, then, well, everyone's a winner. The important men were happy to oblige, and yes, I suppose they've kept their end of the deal, but honestly, you're so small. I need someone to clean and maintain this place. Mend. Repair. Oh, you can do that, can you? I suppose I could give you a chance. Let me look at you. Stand there. You're a pretty thing, at least. And pleasant enough. You'll have to wear something else, though. I won't have you wandering around my home in that. What do you mean you don't own anything else? They're rags, child. I'll provide something else for you to wear tomorrow night. Oh, hush. You're mine now. I'll do as I please with you. At the very least, I'll have you dressed properly. You'll need to bathe as well, regularly. I have standards. You will keep to them. Good. Did you at least bring food with you, little girl? I told them that the journey was long and that I want my servants healthy, not starved. That's it. That's all they gave you. I can smell the mold from here. Sit down. That was an order, not a suggestion. That town isn't a poor place. It's certainly not a glistening city, but it's decent enough from what I've seen over the years. They couldn't give you any other food. A cloak. I asked for a capable servant. Why not send someone bigger, stronger, older? Why you? Because you're the youngest and a girl, and that matters because... What, you're a girl, so they sacrificed you to me to get you out of the way? I was teasing, but that look on your face... Humans. Follow me. Come. I, at least, will keep my end of the bargain. Here. This will be your room. There are gas lamps on that wall and that one. Fireplace, wardrobe, not that you have anything to put in it. There's a bathroom at the end of this hall. Before you sleep tonight, you will bathe yourself head to toe. When you wake in the morning, a new dress will be in the wardrobe for you. I'll have one of the other servants fetch food for you as well. Yes, you get your own room. Did I stutter? Then don't question me. This castle is large and empty. Why would I force my servants into a broom closet together? I want you clean, presentable. Then you can work better, and you're all more pleasant to look at. You can't be clean if you're sleeping in a dank basement. Tomorrow, occupy yourself by getting to know your way around. If a door is unlocked, you are free to enter. Try not to fall from any windows. I won't be coming to save you. We'll meet again in the evening, and you'll receive your list of duties. I'll be sleeping during the day. My chambers are in the east wing, and that door will be locked, so don't bother trying to come in. Oh, you funny little thing, you still haven't figured it out yet, have you? Let me look at you again. Come here. Huh. No. Very pretty indeed. To be honest, I can't fathom why they wanted to send you away. Once you've had a bath and put on a decent dress, I imagine you'll look quite fetching. Such warm cheeks. Maybe I can think of a use for you after all. Yes, my hands are cold, aren't they? Oh, look at your eyes widen. Have you put it all together yet? Well, sometimes rumours are true. But look at you. Not a whimper, not even a tremble. You're brave then. That's good to know. I'm not going to eat you, no matter how delectable you look. If I wanted to devour you, I wouldn't bother giving you a tour of my home. Not that you'd make a good meal with how scrawny you are. That's not how it works, anyway. Besides, you're no use to me dead, so don't fear, little girl. Let me touch that pretty cheek again. Yes, very warm. And what has you so flushed and fierce looking? Speak honestly, now I don't abide by lies. That is why they sent you, wasn't it? Because it wouldn't matter if you were destined to be a meal instead of a servant. They really didn't care for you, did they? Aren't you interesting? Instead of breaking down in tears, you look as if you could ride into battle and conquer nations. You're not what I was expecting, but I must say I'm rather pleased. I can find any fool to lift things and patch walls, but you shall be my pet. My little companion. Like I said, you're mine now. But I take care of my possessions. It's been a long time since I've had a companion. How does that sound, little girl? You'll be my new plaything? Are you scared? No? Are you sure? You're really not frightened, are you? Such a curious, pretty thing. How does what work? How I feed? That's none of your concern. Yes, you are brave to be asking me questions. But are you innocent? Look at the flush on those cheeks. There's no shame in being inexperienced, little one. I'll teach you all sorts of new things. Perhaps you will get to see my chambers after all. Few people are so lucky. If you're a very good girl, I might even let you warm my bed. How does that sound? Interesting. When you blush, it goes all the way down your neck. I wonder how far down it goes. Oh, has no one seen below that neckline before, little one? Not even a quick peek to a special someone? Have you not even been kissed before? No. I'll be the first then. What an honor. Such delicate lips, too. It seems I'll have to educate you from scratch. No bother. It just means I can teach you how to do things correctly. It's such a shame you're so filthy right now, or I would be having a very entertaining evening ahead of me. So go. Bathe, eat, rest, and when I send for you tomorrow night, make yourself presentable. I want to be able to touch you without getting dirt on my hands. Good night, little girl. There you are. Well, aren't you a lucky little thing? It's a once-in-a-generation event that I let a human into my personal rooms. Do you feel honoured? You should. Turn the gas lamps higher, I want to look at you. Well, you have scrubbed up nicely, haven't you? Come here. See, now I can stroke your cheek and keep my fingers clean. Still a little grime here and there. Oh, you tried? Good girl. I'm sure you did. You wouldn't want to disappoint me, would you? No. I have standards, but I'm also realistic. There's only so much soap can do. I'm not expecting miracles. But by the end of the week, I'm sure you'll be practically sparkling. Come, sit next to me. No, much better. And you've actually brushed your hair. There's more to be done, but I was right, of course. You've come up very fetching indeed. You even have freckles hiding under all that dirt. Sun kisses, I've heard them called. I told the head housekeeper to take care of you. Has she been doing that? Good. And you obviously found the dresses I had provided. You're not so brave this evening. Look at you all bashful, staring at the floor. Has it all sunk in a bit more? Where you are? What I am? Do try not to be frightened. I'm not going to hurt you. I rarely sound sincere, but it's true. Are you missing home, little one? No. Oh my, there's that spark I saw last night. But I suppose you're better fed here. You're certainly better dressed, even with your hands fluttering around trying to cover yourself. You're not used to showing off your shoulders? No, I imagine not. Have you ever worn something quite so low-cut before? No. Now you say that you're uncomfortable with showing off quite so much, but I provided half a dozen dresses for you to choose from, and I know for a fact that some of them had quite high necklines indeed. And yet, you chose this one. I did indeed want to see how far down your blush went. Clever girl. Oh, you are entertaining. And a good memory too. Can you read? No. Shame. Then you'll have to learn. I enjoy looking at you, but if you're going to be my pet, I want to be able to have a conversation with you. A proper one. The more you read, the more thoughts you'll have, and the more interesting the discussions will be. Do you have many interesting thoughts in that pretty little head? Oh, that's why your parents didn't like you. Too many thoughts. Well, I do love a black sheep. You shall have to tell me these interesting thoughts sometime. That cabinet over there. Go pour us both some wine. I've already been thoroughly amused and you deserve a treat. No, I can drink wine. It doesn't nourish me, but I do like the taste. Nothing from the north, though it tastes like tree bark. Now that's a pretty colour on your lips. Red suits you. I am so glad you chose this dress. I have such easy access to those darling little shoulders. And your collarbone casts such a lovely shadow. And you chose to wear it because of something I said. Do you want to impress me, little girl? Do you want to please me? I think you do. Listen to that hitch in your breath. I can hear your heart beating from here. Now, you did say that you were inexperienced with intimate matters, but the benefit of being immortal, little one, is that I am extremely patient. And frankly, it's much more fun to take one's time with these things. You get to savor the smaller moments. And would you look at that? Your blush stops at the top of your shoulders. Sit closer to me. Don't be frightened. Come here. Let me stroke that cheek. Now isn't that nicer? Sitting close like this. Tell me a thought. What's swirling around in that sharp little mind of yours? Tell me an observation. Indeed, I am very old. What makes you think I lived there? The way I pronounce one word tells you all that. No, you are very bright, like a watchful bird. Delicate like a bird too. I shall have to be very gentle with you. Oh look, the blush has spread even further. How interesting. I shall have to update my notes. Well, seeing as you're so very smart, would you like to learn something new? Yes, I thought so. Well, a stunning creature like you, it is such a shame you don't know how to kiss. It's a very useful skill to have. Do you want a lesson? I shall be very generous and teach you now. I'll guide your chin, angle your head just so. That's it. To begin, we shall keep our lips closed. I think no need to overwhelm you. Now lean in and tilt your head ever so slightly, and it really is as simple as... It's pleasant, isn't it? Am I very cold, little one? You like it? Did you mean to say that out loud? Oh no, now you're embarrassed. But good to know. Well, if you like it, who am I to deny my little pet? You smell positively delicious. No, I'm not going to bite you. This isn't the time for questions. Besides, I told you that's not how it works. You're growing warmer by the second. Are you still embarrassed? Or is it excitement? Listen to that little drumbeat, heart. I shall have to ponder what skills to teach you next. There are so many to choose from. Some are rather advanced, though. We shall have to work our way up to those ones. Are you still shy about your shoulders? No, I didn't think so. Learning so quickly. What's that? On your back. Turn. Let me see. Yes, I can see that they're scars. Where did you get them? They're not fresh either. Why would your own family beat you like that? So severely? All sorts of reasons. Yes, I am angry. Not at you, little pet. Don't worry. Dig through your memory. I said something else last night, didn't I? Can you remember? I said that I take care of my possessions. Now that you've gotten to know me a little better, do you think I'm a liar? No. You've been nothing but obedient. Nothing but darling. I will not beat you. While you are mine, no one shall beat you. If anyone so much as raises a finger towards you, you're to tell me. Do you understand? Good. You're such a sweet thing. I shall take care of you. Good evening, pet. Oh, look at the sweet little braids in your hair. Did you make an effort just for me? I can tell. Turn around, let me see. Oh, no strapless dress for me tonight? Don't look so crestfallen. I'm just teasing. Come, sit with me. I'm curious. While I've been sleeping, how have you spent the day? Getting ready and exploring. And what do you think of your new home? It is impressive, isn't it? It's very old, but I've taken care of it over the centuries. I've kept it, maintained it, and renovated as the technologies around us have changed. You've seen how I've added the gas lamps. I'm glad you're in awe of it. That's the appropriate response. And what did you do after that? Well, I'm interested to know what my pet gets up to in the hours I'm not around. I'm curious. After all, you're such a strange little thing. You met the other servants? And did you have some good conversations with them? Did they treat you well? None of them were jealous that I was giving you special treatment, were they? Excellent. But let me be clear, if I wasn't already, yes? You are mine. So converse with the others, certainly be friendly. I don't wish to cage my little bird, but in terms of personal matters, you only share that with me. Do you understand? Good. Oh, I have no doubt that you'll obey me. Because if I found you being intimate with someone else, well, I'd be very cross indeed. You still have some grime on your neck. You're not in trouble. No, I can see how hard you've tried. You just need a little help is all. Someone to get all those hard-to-reach places. Did you want me to help you, little one? And to think I was ever less than pleased that you came to me. Drawing you a bath is not beneath my station, pet, though thank you for the respectful concern. In fact, I think I'd rather enjoy helping you. Besides, if you want something done right, you must do it yourself. Come along then. Perhaps a bath in your mistress's chambers will finally get you clean. What a treat for you. A reward for being so obedient. Through here. Yes, it is a beautiful bathtub, isn't it? I do love baths. It makes me feel warm. But now I have my pet to warm me up as well. Oh, we'll have to tie up those pretty braids. We don't want to ruin all your hard work, do we? Have you ever had soap as fine as this? No, I didn't think so. It will turn the bath oil almost to cream. It will be so good for your skin. You are very pretty, but You've had a rough life so far, but we shall make a great beauty of you yet. And you are going to have to take off that dress. That's usually how baths work. You're so modest, it's adorable. How long will that last, I wonder? Shall I turn my back until you get in? I will, if you like. Look. I can't see a thing. You're in? Oh, and hidden under all that soapy water. I shall just have to use my imagination. At least I get to see those delightful little shoulders. Now, pet, you really have done a good job of cleaning yourself up. It's just the back of your neck and between your shoulder blades that needs a little attention. Shall I help? Yes, madam. Still so polite. You are observant, aren't you? No, there aren't any windows in my chambers. If I happen to be awake during the day, I want to be able to move around without risking exposure to sunlight. I had them bricked up. Not to mention it adds to my privacy. Questions, questions, questions. Always so many questions. I shall make you a deal. You may ask one question an evening about my mortal situation. Will that satisfy your curiosity? What must you do in return? Let me think. Perhaps I will save up all my little favours and cash them in at a later date. What was your question for tonight? What happens if I step into sunlight? Well, no, I don't turn to ash. Nothing so dramatic, honestly. Who even thinks up these things? It acts more like a poison. If a human ate arsenic, or a slug touched salt, you get sick. Terribly sick. And within a day you are dead. It's a long death. A painful one. And that, my dear, is why my kind avoid it so fervently. I said you're allowed one question. You're forgiven. I can hardly stay cross with you, can I? There. Now you are clean. Unless there are other spots I haven't seen yet. But we'll have to do something about this crippling shyness of yours. Tip your head back. I want to kiss you. Yes. Very soft. Just like the skin on your neck. Like velvet. Your shoulders. And your chest. But oh, there's that pesky waterline. Perhaps I could dip my fingers below the surface. Just an inch, or 2, or 3. Would that be alright? Oh, it's soft here too. You've gone very quiet. Do you like it? And don't forget to breathe, little one. I think you do like it. And that's with access to just a few inches more. Just imagine if you managed to conquer that shyness of yours and you came to my bed. Here's a towel, pet. Get out and dry yourself off. I'll be waiting in the sitting room. Huh. Oh, you're all dry? But you're still just in your towel. Whatever could that mean? Was my invitation just too good to resist? Come along then. Do you like the look of my bed? It looks comfortable, doesn't it? And I dare say it's certainly big enough for the both of us. Are you still feeling shy? Yes, I think you're feeling much braver now. Shall we continue our lessons then? Good. Hello, pet. Oh, I'm fine. Tired is all. Come here. Sit on my lap. You look darling as always. You've even added flowers to your hair. You keep outdoing yourself. I told you I'm tired. There's nothing you can do to help, my sweet. Just sit here with me. You look tired yourself, pet. Though you didn't get much sleep last night, did you? You did enjoy yourself, though. We shall have to play our little games again. Just not tonight. I am perfectly content just kissing your sweet little neck. Have you eaten? Good. I do worry about you. I can't keep an eye on you during the day. I want to make sure that you're being taken care of. You are becoming a cheeky thing, aren't you? Yes, I did say you can have one question answered a night, didn't I? Alright then, what would you like to know? I don't understand your obsession with knowing how I feed. No, I don't have to answer at all. Oh, pet. Did I frighten you? Oh, sweet thing, I'm sorry. It's not gruesome, per se, it's just... I have grown very fond of you. Simply because of who you are. My strange little bird. And it has been more pleasant to pretend I am somewhat human and not what I am. You won't run screaming, will you? You won't give up on this. No, you're too stubborn. Well, I told you I wouldn't bite you, and that's correct. That's because if I were to bite someone, then they would become a vampire as well. That's how the change happens. I do need to drink blood, but if you want to do it without changing a human, then no biting is involved. Instead you use blades, weapons. Let them drain out and drink your fill. The thing with humans, my pet, is that they are so very fragile. You may not turn them, but most of them end up dead anyways. And frankly, I don't think it's worth the hassle, so I feed on animals. But I've been spending so many nights here with you that I've not been out to hunt. And that's why I'm tired. I'm hungry. I knew you would offer. I don't want to drink from you, pet. Some of my kind keep humans to feed from, or they hunt, and to hell with the consequences. But like I said, you're fragile creatures. If we poke or prod you one too many times, or if we get greedy and drink too much too fast, well, your flames are snuffed out. And these days, in this century, people notice if humans start disappearing, and they get angry about it. I don't want to risk any of that with you. And why do you want to feed me so badly? I have just told you all the consequences. You want to serve me in all ways, yes, but that's because you're a good little girl. So attentive to your mistress. No, animals do not match up to human blood whatsoever. I have to feed every night, every other night, instead of every few weeks. It would be like you living on hay. You could do it. It wouldn't be fun. Look at all the questions you're getting answers to. Aren't you lucky? I don't care if you're happy for me to drink from you. It means injuring you repeatedly, and then you have to heal. And you may not heal. You may catch infection, get sick. I may lose control and decide I want to drink more. You really don't care, do you? You do smell so delicious, though. No? No. No. I don't want to leave a mark on you. You haven't done anything to deserve that. Yes, I am shocked. You would do that to yourself just to feed me. Pet, yes, I am hungry. I don't think I'm well, either. I don't think I've been well for a good while now. How long has it been since I've had human blood? Oh, years. I don't know how many. And I thought it wasn't having any ill effects, but now I'm not so sure. You nuzzling into me isn't helping, you know. I didn't want to talk about feeding because I didn't want to scare you away, but it's done quite the opposite, hasn't it? You are devoted to me, aren't you? But no. I'll just find some animal tomorrow. Where are you going? No, pet. You stupid girl, you actually did it. Show me your palm. Yes, my self-control has always been immaculate, but I think it may actually fail me this time. What if I can't stop? Where has all this staunch courage come from? Because I matter to you. Pet, I am so hungry. One last time, are you sure? Well then. Close your hand. Go to the opposite side of the room. That's all I'm going to drink from you. That's what you want to know. Do you taste good? You taste divine. How did I ever think animal blood was comparable? Like I said, my self-control has always been of the highest order. Here, let me bandage you up. I'm sure that must hurt. Not too badly. Thank you, pet. You just won't stop surprising me. You want to kiss me when my mouth is covered in your blood? Well, we have cured your shyness, haven't we? It seems we've awakened something else as well. Come here then. Now I've gone and messed up your pretty face. You enjoy me drinking from you? Then perhaps I can be persuaded to continue this arrangement, but no more stunts. There needs to be more thought behind it if it's going to be sustainable for us both. But I will admit, it was a rather romantic gesture from my little bird. Yes, pet. I am feeling much better now. Are you all right? Did they lay so much as a finger on you? The head servants said men came here on horses looking for you during the daylight. I didn't bother listening to the rest. I came straight here to check on you. What happened? Why were they looking for you? Your brothers. They wanted you back home, and what did you tell them? That you were home. My sweet bird. Why do they want you back now? Has the guilt of sending you away kicked in? Other villagers have found out that you were a sacrifice. Well, that has backfired on them, hasn't it? I'm sure your finery did give them a shock. They could see you for what you are. A precious thing. I'm sure they'll be back. Humans like that aren't usually the sort to give up so easily. I don't seem too upset. Oh, pet. I am furious. Are you certain they didn't hurt you? You know I don't like lies. All right. Come here. Come sit on my lap. Is that all that was said? Tell me everything. Just that they'd be back, yes. Well, like I said, they've got people watching them now. Judgment is a powerful motivator. Stupid little boys. Don't they see that you're mine? as if I would ever let you go. You won't leave. No, I know, pet. It's not like I keep you in chains. You could have gone with them if you'd wanted to. But you wouldn't do that. You are so loyal to me. I'll have to think about how to handle these irritating little humans. So keen to stick their nose in my business. And tomorrow you're not to go out to them. In fact, stay in my chambers with me. Keep the door locked. I'll instruct the head servants on what to say to them. I want you safe. And you're safest with me. Until then, we'll set this unpleasantness aside. Shall we? I want to enjoy my evening with my pet. How is your hand? Show me. Well, it is healing. Still a little sore, though. Well, you do only have yourself to blame for that, don't you, my sweet? I won't need to feed again for days, so don't even think about cutting yourself again. The next time I need to feed, I'll be in control. And you'll obey me, won't you? Good girl. I slept poorly. And then as soon as the sun sets, I find out we've had trespassers. I'm not in the brightest of moods. Anything you can do to fix it. My sweet, you make me feel better just being here. And it doesn't hurt that you're wearing my favourite dress. Shoulders bare and in easy reach. I don't like it. These humans keep inserting themselves in my business. I've actually been happy lately, and they seem intent on threatening that. Can you see why I've kept to myself all these years? I've managed to avoid the hunters, the mobs, the pitchforks, but these days, humans are getting smarter, more inventive. They've seen the light. There's more information than ever before, so they're not quite so frightened as they were before. Which means that the hunters and mobs are starting to knock on my door. Don't you worry, pet. You're safe. You will always be safe. I make that promise confidently. It's just irritating. I don't want to be the monster lurking in the woods, but I will be if it means they back off and leave us alone. If they want to test me, let them. But I did say I wasn't going to dwell, didn't I? And here I am, dwelling. Don't you have a question you're burning to ask? You usually have so many ready to fire off. Silence. Really? Is it that you don't have any questions, which frankly I know isn't true? Or is it that you're too scared to ask the ones you have? You asked me how I fed, and you fed me. What could be more intimidating than that, my bizarre little bird? Go on. Now I'm curious. Yes, you do like to pinpoint the last thing in the world I want to discuss. You're very good at that. When I was human. What about when I was human? It was a very long time ago. I don't really remember all that much of it, if I'm honest. Just snippets. We certainly didn't have gas lamps. Glass hadn't even been invented yet. God, the soldiers didn't have plate armour. God, it was a long time ago, wasn't it? Do you want to know what's changed the most? What the most impactful technological change has been in all the centuries? Shoes. I've always been fascinated by shoes. How shallow of me, but that lace-up boot on your foot there, you can't even begin to imagine how different it is to what we wore. Shoes had no left or rights, no heels. Certainly we didn't have the technology. I do remember the first time I saw a pair of shoes with a left and a right. I thought the cobbler was a genius, and he was. I wonder if his descendants still make shoes. But look at you. You always get your answers, don't you? And it has distracted me, I suppose. But I know what you want to ask next. Don't look at me like that and don't try to deny it. How were you turned, mistress? When did that human life of yours end? Yes, see, I know you by now. I do remember that, but we're not dwelling on the negatives anymore tonight, are we? I want to focus on you. You are always so warm. We do need to discuss what will happen when I need to feed next. If you're still happy for me to drink from you. Well, it won't be from your hand, or any part that you need to use constantly. Instead, I was thinking, well, shall I show you? If I lift your skirt up over here, on your thigh, would that be alright, pet? It's not going to be in the way of anything. And you don't need to slice yourself open either. Just a little prick will do the job. Oh, I do love this dress on you. Oh, did you think I was going to touch something else? Whatever gave you that impression? Don't you have more questions? No? Are you sure? Well, I don't know why you're so worked up, pet. I'm very content just fondling your thigh. And why, may I ask, have you gotten up from my lap? Oh. Well, we have cured your shyness, haven't we? Well, that is true if you're not wearing a dress. Then I'll be able to touch much more than just your thigh. You'll leave the boots on, will you? Well, aren't we seeing a whole new side to you? Go on then. Disrobe. Hello, pet. How are you this evening? Good. I had dreams about you, which is unusual. I don't often dream. But you were there, by my side as always, twittering away. Oh, and then we did all sorts of things, and I was rather disappointed to wake up until I remembered I have the real thing within my reach. And here you are. You all right? Have you turned shy again? Oh dear, all that progress lost. Come sit with me. I want to hear your pretty voice. No more humans banging on my door that I heard of today, so that's good. But what did you get up to? Not much. You're not very talkative tonight. Not even any questions for your mistress. You usually have 5 or 6 at least. No? Are you sure you're quite well? What's wrong? You're not yourself. You've not got your usual sparkle. Oh, your dreams were unpleasant ones. Oh, my sweet little thing. Shall I kiss it better? What's the matter? You're rigid as stone. Come now. You know I don't like secrets, so what is it? You think I will be cross with you? Well, I can't say whether I'll be cross with you until I know what's the matter. But I doubt I could be very cross with you. Have you broken something? No? Have you killed a villager? I certainly wouldn't be mad about you for that. Most of them deserve it. I'm losing my patience, pet. What has got you so distressed? You don't want to. You don't want to what? You don't want to be intimate. Not tonight. Oh, my sweet. You think I would be mad at you for such a simple request? Move over. There. Go on, sit there. Now there is some space between us. If you had just told me sooner, I would not have planted all those kisses on you when you did not want them. Though I should have known by how stiff you were. You thought I would be mad. I am a monster. I'm not that sort of monster. No, if I found you with someone else, I would be cross. But wanting nothing at all, well, sometimes you might not be hungry. I'm not going to force you to eat. Was it the bad dreams that have soured your appetite? Not that you need a reason. Among other things. Yes, you don't look well. try to remind myself how fragile you are, but I do always end up forgetting. Have you been eating? Good. You are a funny thing. So eager to please me, you really thought I would be angry with you? No. I am more than happy to just have your company tonight. Oh, you do have a question? No, there's my pet being her usual self. What is your question? No. Drinking from you while you are unwell wouldn't affect me. If you were seriously, dangerously unwell, perhaps, but when it's just a cold, which is what I assume this is, then no, it wouldn't make a difference. That doesn't mean I'm going to feed on you while you're unwell, regardless of whether it affects me or not. It will affect you. It will only make you worse. Honestly, we do need to work on your self-preservation just a little bit. Are you still worried those humans will return and steal you back? No need to worry. You were offered to me as a present, and it's terribly rude to return a gift. No, you won't be going anywhere. Don't fret. No, my kind don't get sick. Not unless we go in the sun. Tired, yes. Hungry, certainly. But sick, no. I've quite forgotten what it's like. Your head hurts. Oh, my darling girl, you are unwell. You are warmer than usual. Does my hand feel nice against your forehead? Come, lay against me. Nothing untoward will happen, I promise, but perhaps my rather cool exterior will help you feel a little better. There. You need to tell me when you are not all right. It is my job to take care of you. You are mine. And like I've said before, I take good care of my possessions. That includes when they're feeling a little broken. No, well, you're not there anymore, are you? You're here with me. And you don't have to just keep going here. Honestly, they didn't care about you at all, did they? What if I need to feed him? Don't worry about that. I lasted quite a long time before you came along, my darling. I'm sure I'll be fine. Your only task tonight is to rest. I was thinking just before how strange it is. You've not been here all that long, you know. But it already feels like forever. I mean that in a good way. I can't imagine not having my little pet by my side, always so concerned for her mistress. I don't think I realised quite how lonely I had gotten. I didn't think I could get lonely. I didn't need anyone at all. I was quite fine all on my own. But then this strange little thing stumbled through my door with 1,000,001 questions. And here we are. You've changed the world, you know. At least for me you have. All is well, pet. Lay down. Sleep. You'll feel better soon.